Okay, are we streaming? Let's see, are we streaming? Alright, let's see if we're streaming. We should be. Alright, I think we're doing good. So, hey guys, it's the Boss Cuber here, and this is my very first live stream. So, yeah, looks like we've got it all set up. Let me check make sure it's coming to you guys. Let's see here. I don't know, is it streaming? It should be streaming. Let's see what's wrong with it. Are you guys? It says it's live, so let's see. Is it private? I think we're just gonna stop the stream real quick. Okay, I think we're live. Alright, I think let's check the stream health right now. And we're live. Okay. So, okay. Alright, we're live. Alright, well, I'm glad you could make it to my very first live stream. So, let's just get right started. Hey guys, it's the Boss Cuber here, and today, this is going to be my very first live stream. We will be answering some questions that I have written up here, and solving a bunch of different random cubes. Let me just make sure that we're streaming. Alright. Are we streaming? Wait 1 second here. Okay. I think now we're finally going live. Well, I don't think you could hear me, but now I think we're finally going live. I started my stream, or it's supposed to be. Let's see if it actually, oh wait a minute. What the heck? Okay, you know what, this isn't working. Let's try. Alright, are we streaming? Okay, tell me in the chat if we're streaming. If anybody's in the chat, tell me if we're already streaming and it sounds good. Alright, cause let's just get started. Hey guys, it's the Boss Cuber here, and this is my very first live stream. So let's see how it does. I have questions that I have up here that I'm gonna be reading and answering as I'm solving cubes. So I'm guessing the stream is live. We're live. And let's just get started. So my very first question I have is, what got me into cubing? Well, what got me into cubing? I had a friend that was he was just my friend, and he'd bring a Rubik's Cube to school. He knew how to solve it, and I really wanted to learn how to solve it, but he wouldn't teach me. So I printed out a packet, which most people learn off a video. I printed out a packet and saw if that helped me. And I learned how to solve it after 3 or so days. And also, right now I'm casually solving because I'm just talking. And I solved it after 3 days, and that's what got me into cubing. Eventually, I just wanted to get faster. I got a timer. I started practicing, and that's what got me into cubing. Next one, why did I start a channel? Well, I started a channel because I wanted to make videos because I had a lot of people from the AZ Cubing that had channels, and I just wanted to start my own and see how it did. So the next one is, what is my main? My main used to be a Valk 3, but then I got some sand in it and it never really was the same. But now I'm guessing that my main is the Ganzare, and my main 2x2 was the Diane new plastic 2x2, because the old plastic pops a lot for me actually. My main 4x4 is the Moyu Aosu 4x4, or a different 4x4 that I have right here. I don't know what the thing is, but I don't know what this is called. But that's my main 4x4, and my main 5x5 is the Chi-E Wushuang 5x5. So my next question is, what was my very first competition? Well, my very first competition was AZ Cubing Winter, I think. And I can go make sure what it was, but AZ Cubing Winter. And it was a really fun competition. It just got me way much more into cubing. It also made it so I got my very first speed cube, because before that I was using a New Island 3x3 that wasn't good. It was not very good. I'm gonna switch cubes. Let me solve this cube. But it wasn't very good. And my first competition, it was the best competition I've ever been to. It was just so much fun. What was my favorite competition? Yeah, just like I just said, AZ Cubing Winter, because it was my first competition and I learned all the stuff about competitions, and I got to meet people that I thought would never really even be like, I didn't even know you could solve it that fast. Next is, what's the cube that I want the most? I'm guessing this is that is produced, and obviously it's the 13x13. So let's see, what's my next question? What is my favorite U-Cuber? Well, I like a lot of U-Cubers, and if anybody that doesn't know what a U-Cuber is, it's a cuber that's a YouTuber. So my favorite U-Cuber is JR Cuber or Lego Boy Z3, because they're both really good. JR Cuber, he makes like a bunch of reviews and stuff, and they're both really good YouTubers. So what's my favorite thing about a competition? Well, my favorite thing about competitions is that also, I'm just looking over here that you can leave questions on the video, and I'm going to be answering them. So I'll answer this. What's my favorite WCA event, and what do I think about the Rubik's and Gans Cube? Well, my favorite WCA event has to be 3x3, because I really like 3x3. It's a very fun event, and it's just a great cube. It's really what started all of cubing, and that's why it's my favorite event. And what do you think about the Rubik's and Gans partnership? So I haven't tried the cube because I know a lot of people don't have it, but I'm guessing that it is really good, because here, I'm going to set the cube down and talk about this. I made a video on this a little while back, but I really think that it's a good idea, because they're going to start putting speed cubes on like shelves at stores where normal people that aren't cubers go to get cubes, or like, let's say they'll buy a cube and they automatically start off with a speed cube, which is very good. It's a lot of help for newer cubers, so they don't have to buy a bunch of cubes and start off with the Rubik's brand that eventually they're just gonna switch off to a new one that, if they like it, they can be faster. What would you choose as the next WCA event? Well, I would say, I gotta think about this. Not necessarily like a 3x3 shape mod. Maybe like a cuboid or something like that, because I think that would be pretty cool to solve. Or, yeah, something like a cuboid, because I think a lot of people would like that. What cube do I want to be out next? I think that the next cube I want to be out is a 12x12, because it's been needing to be out for a while. But also, this is specifically, so what would I say about my next WCA event, which I already answered, but I changed my mind. I wouldn't do a cuboid. I would actually do Team Blind for Eric Lineback and Anthony Brooks, and that's where one person's blindfolded and the other person isn't, and they have to tell the other person what moves to do. And I know that they've been practicing that for a while, and I know that they've been waiting for that to be a WCA event. So I would choose that, not a cuboid. So next I would do, if I were to get rid of an event, what would it be? If I were to get rid, oh, hello, I have some new people in the chat. Hello to all the new people watching the stream. If I were to get rid of an event, what would it be? Feet. I would get rid of solving it with your feet, because that's kind of like disgusting and they don't have it at very many competitions. Alright, next. Do I have a pet? Well, let me show you. Come here. Come here, Riley. Yes, I do have a pet. Right here. His name is Riley, and don't lick me. His name is Riley. I also have a cat. You can sit down. Okay. I also have a cat. So, can I fly? Well, yeah, I can. Obviously, I can fly. What's my weirdest non-cuber encounter? Let me think. Probably somebody that said that they made up a new way to solve the Rubik's Cube, and they just did like twisted it 4 times, and then they said I solved it, and I said no you didn't, and because they just turned it 4 times, right? And they were like, yeah, I did, and then they just chucked their Rubik's Cube for no apparent reason, which I didn't get, but hey, I got a free Rubik's Cube. So next, why did I choose to do a live stream? Well, nobody really left comments on my Q&A, so I just decided to do a live stream instead because I thought that would be better, and I came up with my own questions. So yeah, now let's switch to a different cube. How about I do Pyraminx? Let's do some Pyraminx. Alright, there we go. Next, let's see, any new, let's check if there's any new. Alright, let's check if there's any new, gotta switch my poster around. What do you edit with? Well, there goes my earbud. What do I edit with? I use Power Director for mobile devices because I record on my tablet, and I got the upgraded version that like removes the watermark and stuff, and that's what I edit with. Okay, next question. Special live stream review. Okay, so I decided to do something special for everybody that's watching my live stream, because I thought, hey, why don't we just do something special for everybody that joined my live stream? Yesterday, I was making a video on does solving a cube underwater change the difference of the cube? Like, will solving a cube above water change it from solving it underwater? Like, will it be faster or slower? So solving a cube underwater, will it be slower or faster? So I couldn't get the video all worked out, and I decided, how about I do a special review? What does a cube that's been put into water feel like? Well, this cube was already kind of bad. It didn't corner cut very well, and it was really uncontrollable. Now it's like smoother. It feels smoother, and it's kind of more, it feels like it's filled more. It feels like it has more weight to it, and it just feels more stiff. It's like it tensioned it completely tight. It's still finger trickable like it was before, but it made the corner cutting actually better, which I thought was strange in my opinion, because most of the time, if you put a cube in water, I always thought it was going to completely break the cube. It would turn so bad, but it actually didn't make much of a difference. But I would still not recommend putting your cube in water, because that's just a bad idea overall. And it just didn't really change a lot. It actually made it corner cut better, but a lot more stiff. So how about we move on to our next question? What's my favorite event? I think I already answered that, but my favorite event is obviously like 3x3 or 2x2, because those are really, really, like, it's what everybody competes in, because everybody learns how to solve 3x3 or 2x2. All right, next one. What do you like to do other than cube? Well, I like to, and let me switch my cube out back to Pyraminx. I like to shoot my BB gun and hang out with friends and build Lego sometimes, but let's see next. Best timer, physical and digital. So my favorite, this is not the best, I'm just saying this is my favorite. My physical, I would have to say that if you don't have if you don't have any physical timer, I would say get a Gen 4. If you can find one that's the same price as a Gen 3, then get it. But if you already have like a Gen 3 or a Gen 2 or something like that, then don't get another timer, because well, if you have a Gen 2, upgrade to a Gen 3 if the Gen 4 is too much. Because if you have a Gen 3, do not upgrade to a Gen 4, because it's pretty much the exact same thing. And let's see if we have, when do you plan on ending the stream? Well, I have like 5-6 more questions left, but I might do a bit more. If you leave questions, I will answer them, so that maybe a little bit longer, not very much longer. But next, let's see here. So my favorite digital timer would be CubeMania, because I have a story with this one. I was using CS Timer before I used CubeMania, and it deleted every single one of my solves on 2x2, 3x3, all my solves. It just deleted every single one of them, which was really, really bad. It stunk, because I was really mad. And then I heard about CubeMania, which makes it so that you can save all your times to your account. So instead of having just the browser save it, you actually have your account that saves it. And it also has a lot more stuff than Yes, I can dab. Bam! So there you go. I answered your question. I can dab. There you go. That was bad. I can dab. There you go. And thank you for subscribing and liking. Thank you so much. Every subscriber helps. And I'm working my way to 50, so I hope we can do this. Alright, next question. What's my favorite food? Calzones. If you don't know what a calzone is, it's like a pizza that is folded over. It's kind of like an inside-out pizza. It's so good. Or a different restaurant. But next, best advice for newer cubers. Alright, so don't give up. First piece of advice, do not give up, because cubing is just full of nice people. Go to a competition. Doesn't matter how fast you are, and it doesn't matter. It does not matter whatsoever how fast you are, because you're just going to meet a bunch of people that share the same hobby as you, and there's always somebody your speed. It's not like everybody's all fast at competitions. There's a lot of people that will be your speed. And it just makes you like cubing even much more than you already do. And the next thing I would say is once you get used to solving, make sure that you start to, make sure you move on to a newer method, because you don't want to be stuck on the same method the whole entire time. You want to learn new algorithms, new way to solve it, so that it just helps so much more. Actually, I don't think I'm going to solve this cube. Let me do something else. Gear cube. Next question. What's the best part about... How many cubes... Okay, I'll answer that one first. How many cubes do I have? Well, I have Last time I counted, I had about like 40, 42, something around there. So thank you for leaving questions. And next question of mine, if anybody has any questions, please comment them and I will see them. But best part of competitions. Well, a lot of people would say, if they're competitive, they would say the competing aspect of it. But for me, the best part about competitions is the people at the competitions and just how much you learn from them. You can have all sorts of awesome people at a competition, and it'll just help you so much. See, do I remember how to solve this? Alright, but it just is so cool to have a lot of people there that share the same hobby as you. They just really like cubing, and that's why cubing is just the best part of competitions, is just being with people that share the same hobby as you and share the same cube as you. Also, my second favorite cube would have to be 1x1. But I hope you guys, if there's any more comments, this is the last time to ask them, because that's all the questions that I have for this live stream. If you liked the live stream, please tell me if you want me to do it again, because I will. And I couldn't solve this cube. I gotta remember how to solve it. But I will I will do another live stream if you guys like these, because I can keep doing them if you guys like them. So, also, I have one special thing. I'm gonna try to keep doing daily videos even after summer, just to help my channel grow. And last question I have. What is the best rubrics? Well, the best rubrics is obviously the new and improved rubrics 2.0. That's the best rubrics. So I hope you guys liked the video, or not the video, the live stream. But thank you guys for watching. And the Boss Cuber, wait a minute. What do you think is a good price range for 2x2 if you're just starting out? The best price range for 2x2, I would say, you don't want to go all out and buy a magnetic 2x2, but just starting out, I would say in between $5 to $10, because you don't want to go over 10 and buy a really nice cube, because there's lots of good 2x2s between that range of $5 to $10. But I hope you guys liked the live stream. Thanks for watching, and the Boss Cuber out. Alright. And stop the live stream.